Welcome back, everybody, to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
This is JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Season 1, Episode 10, the first episode of Part 2. What happened last part?
Last part, JoJo was a good boy. And, you know, just as he was getting ready to live his life, Dio was just evil. Once again, he was evil the whole time, then he was extra evil. But now he's dead, right? He's totally dead.
100%
He's
dead.
never coming back. He will never bother that child that has survived, ever.
Exactly. So we're going to see what happens this part of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So you really liked the first part?
I did.
Do you think you're going to like this part? What was your favorite thing about Part 1?
I think my favorite thing about it in general was just like the style, the extraness, the way that somehow the show was able to just do literally anything that it wanted with no warning, but you somehow still care about a character that just gets introduced and then dies like 2 episodes later in like a super dramatic, and like everyone just like they're just immediately best friends, they immediately love each other, like, everything is just so immediate but so passionate.
Yeah, the passion.
The passion is really there.
Indeed.
So I like it, and I like, you can tell that the author was just kind of having a fun time with it and doing literally anything that they wanted. So I'm excited to see. I know as we go along, the parts get longer, and I know that people sometimes don't like the first part because it's just like so the good guy and the bad guy. So I'm interested to see how they'll bring that everything I liked about it, but now to more complex characters, stories, whatever.
We shall see. Hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. You can check out all the Part 1 reactions if you're just finding us now. And yeah, let's just get into it. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Part 2, Season 1, Episode 10. Let's go.
Oil industry.
The soundtrack. 49 years.
Quite a long time.
Straight, so he was the guy with the long black hair that was fighting Dio and all his minions. Off to Mexico.
I'm sure it will bring nothing but good things.
Yeah, I love this opening. David production. Ooh. That's like the ending credits, remember the... Just a million masks. $1938. I wonder who this could be.
Why does he look so creepy?
He looks like a pig, and he is a pig. Jesus, the language here. Weirdly faithful to reality. Full-on racist cop.
Yeah. Just so cool.
6'3" Englishman. Stop. Stop.
Ah.
You're making me self-conscious here with that shit.
What the hell is this guy's problem?
What indeed? Still with his finger up his nose.
Punchy, yeah.
Rip through his nostril? Holy shit! The palette swap. Joseph Joestar. So apparently he's the grandson of Jonathan. Jojo. Once again, I love the directing. It's like a movie.
It's creepy.
Lots happened these past few years.
Apparently. You ruined my shirt. You fuck.
Oh, from his grandma. Hamon. just fucking kills the pilot. Not quite.
What the fuck? Also, I don't like the idea of all that blood being in the room with like 5 million of those masks.
Oh, that Dio. What an
Yeah, his
admirable
eternal
fella.
youth as he died young. Classic.
Yeah, as far as you know, he's fucking dead. What an admirable guy. What a pillar of human achievement. What a way to open up the season. Look at the beautiful, like, the colors. Like how she calls him Jojo as well. Was there? I wonder if there ever was in the last 49 years. I don't know. Hmm. The landscape, the cityscape is beautiful.
It was really nice.
Like it's like the sunset of like, it's got like pinks and purples and oranges and stuff. What the fuck? Oh my god. I don't remember this much like racial commentary.
How about not allow ugly fucks like with
Jesus.
shark teeth?
You allow like fucking homunculi like this piece of shit to come in here? Like the pose, you know it's going down. What are these, like, mob bosses? This... How do you even get your mustache like that? Oh, he's got, like, scarred knuckles. What? I guess they are. Oh, he's right. All the patterns. Did you see that?
Deal with him quickly, gives him his like entire backstory.
Yeah. Tsuma. Whatever. Toyu. Not to disturb the other customers. Whoa. Oh my god, the splinters?
修行僧ストレイツをかスピードワゴンとその一行らしい死体を発見したどこでなぜ殺されたのかも修行僧がどこ誰も知らない
わかるような気がするきっと王さんがかつて話してくれた石神とディアそれにまだな気がする
ジョジョこの男はマフィアだぜ信用しちゃいけねえきっとたかろうとしてるんだそう思うのは勝手よおっさんライターのに入ってるぜ
Fella? I love that he used that.
ありがてえが俺はこいつの言うことを信用するで動く連中そいつが恩を売ろうとだからこそ真実味があるだがいくら真実とはいえそんな最悪の情報をリリナおばあちゃんにいきなり聞かせたのは許せねえしませちまったじゃねえかバカだれが
50年前のことが続いている
怖いのかおばあちゃん俺が守ってやる
違うジョセフお前が巻き込まれていく運命のことが怖いのです
Your destiny.
大丈夫だよそれが運命ならそれに従うぜオイラには何が何だかわからないけどこの二人はとてつもない過去を背負っている
Smokey's here like 50 years ago. Who's Dio? What
Just-
the fuck are you guys talking about? I'm loving this
スモーキー
way more than I remember. Like part 1, I'm like seeing this again.
雑誌
It's so cool.
見ろよ
That was cool. They're like in the mirror
Mm-hmm.
or in the reflection, I suppose.
カップが C になるへえ騙されるぜ気をつけてペアねえなんでこんなに寒いのに白い息が出ないんだあんた今ちらーっと口の中に牙が見えたような見えない
Just the dramatic
You
cuts.
just-
保険だ街中だジョジョお前の才能が目覚めるうちになはあそうか
Oh my god, he's like almost killing everyone in there.
街中に出たのか
He doesn't fuck around. This JoJo does not fuck around.
ストレイツをが死ぬとは思わねえがスピードワゴンじいさんの仇宣戦布告だぜ
Ending time. Oh, it feels good to be back. We took like a long break.
I really like how even though they're using the same, they use the same song from last time, and they're using a very similar like ending. Like
Yeah.
the aesthetic is very similar, but they did switch it up.
They did. And this one changes. Like the
really?
previous one was basically the same. Like it had different characters here and there. This one is like it's kind of the same thing where it'll show different portraits and everything
Yeah.
depending on who's featured. Oh, old Speedwagon. Oh, and now
Oh,
old
that's cool.
Speedwagon. And notice in his hat, there's like writing. It's like they use a layer mask, like in cool ways. Yeah. So what
Okay.
did you think of that episode?
That seemed like it was an entire season worth.
Really?
It's just like there's so much stuff going on.
There was, yeah.
There was a lot of stuff going on. We had like some sort of I guess like we had some like recap of like what's going on, like okay, this isn't his son, this is his grandson. His son married
Yeah.
the girl that was the baby girl that was saved.
Mm-hmm.
And then but now they're both dead.
So the Joestar, the once proud Joestar family, like lords of old Britain, are now
Yeah.
like, you know,
An
just
old lady.
an old lady and a
a
young man.
A guy who is apparently just kind of out of control.
Yeah, what do you think of the new JoJo
He is-
of Joseph Joestar?
He's interesting.
He's one of people's favorites.
Really?
First of all, he's voice acted really well. Like his performance, like the performance for Joseph is awesome. It's hilarious. It hits it perfectly. But yeah, he's a lot of people's favorites because he's like
really funny
he's really funny.
It fits really perfectly with the show. Like, his attitude just works really well for what's going on here. Because before, like, JoJo would be very, like, kind of reserved and...
kind
like,
of more intense or serious.
And he would sort of, like, do the right thing and, like, think of the right thing to do. And but this guy just fucking pulls out a gun.
He's super dynamic, like...
It's so interesting, though, because he literally... like, he's literally in the restaurant and is just like, I'll deal with this quickly as to not bother other people. He, like, gives this guy, like, earlier today you did this, and that's how I know about this, and, I'll
psychological warfare,
But it is really interesting. It's a nice change, and it's nice that he's, like, just, like, outwitting the villains of, like, oh, you thought you were punching me.
Exactly.
But really, you were in a genjutsu all along.
Next you're gonna say, whatever, you piece of shit. Whatever, you piece of shit. And then everyone, That's the thing is, like, old JoJo was, like, admirable, but, like, basic guy. Everyman, like, hero's journey type dude. This JoJo... immediately they establish, like, they look almost identical, but they are completely different people. Like, this JoJo has a bad temper. We know
he will kill people.
He'll use like psychological warfare. He's smart enough to use. He has incredible perception.
He carries a massive gun on him at all times.
Tommy gun. Yeah.
I guess this is what happens when you're so just huge. Like you just as a human being are absolutely fucking massive. You can hide like a huge gun on you, and no one will question it because you're already just massive.
I've hidden. I'm 6'3", and I can speak from experience. I've hidden many a weapon down my pants and etc. No one's ever known a thing. I walk in carrying a broadsword, and no one even knows a fucking difference. But yeah, like it's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. It's what I love about him is his perception. Like they really everything about him is completely different.
Yeah, I really like.
He's way more of a thinking man's, but still really aggressive.
But I like what's different about him. The most notable difference is that he is willing to sort of see the bad in people and just call it right away. Like he's not like, oh, Dio, I like thought that you were good and I want to believe so bad that there's not this evil in this world. He's like, there is evil in this world, and I will see
you're a piece of shit.
I will beat the shit out of you if you say one thing wrong to my friend here.
Yeah. And that's the other thing is, like, they say he's not quite the gentleman his grandfather was, but he kind of is, like, just somebody giving the news that Speedwagon was murdered. He punches it, like, this guy comes up totally cordial. I'm sorry about my associate. I have some dire news, though. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but your long life friend Speedwagon has been murdered by a monk from Tibet. Like. Thank you for the information, but go fuck yourself. It wasn't even immediate.
He was just like, he like grabs him and he's just like, well, I can tell that you're telling the truth and all of this is good and everything about that. However,
yeah, exactly.
I can't
forgive you to make So he still has like a level of honor and chivalry.
But it's more personal to him. Yeah. It's not like, oh, for the good of all people. Yeah, it's for if you're my friend, if you're on my good side, then you're on my good side, and I will...
If you're not, if you try to hijack my plane when I'm a child, I'll kill the pilot and then crash the plane.
I didn't think he killed... I think he, like, just knocked him out because they, like, still had the pilot with them.
Oh, yeah, I suppose.
So he didn't die, but he could have very well killed all of them right then and there.
I'm pretty sure he did kill the hijackers.
Well, they died, yeah.
Yeah, he crashed the plane. Like, it's straight up, like, Eren Yeager backstory of... Like, yeah, these people are doing something bad, but he, like, straight up lost his temper, killed these guys, and saved the people he cared about. So it's just interesting. It's just a level of depth that Jonathan didn't have.
He could have just killed a bunch of people that were in that cafe right now. As far as we know, no one else died yet. However, he could have, and he didn't really seem to care. He is very, like, deal with the problem in front of you. And, like, in that plane situation, it's like, you didn't even think about it. Like, and it's like, well, I thought about it for a second. And
that's all it took.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's awesome. He is
cool.
He is, like, a lot, no, I don't know about most, but he's, like, many people's favorite JoJo, because he's so interesting. He's multifaceted. Like, he's a thinking man's guy, but he's not just a cold, calculated strategist. He has, like, a temper, and he's willing to just, like, you know,
He
shoot
has
up a
temper,
cafe.
but like about really dumb shit.
Yeah.
Like, oh
And he's
no,
funny
I got
as shit. He's really funny.
oh no, I got blood on my shirt, so now I'll murder you all
Yeah.
and get rid of this plane that we had. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty
And
cool. But also Speedwagon's dead. What the hell? They bring him back? The one character, like, still alive, and then they just kill him off in the first episode by the only other remaining character, like, other than, like, Grandma over here, but,
Arena,
you know, they just take him, and it's like, wow, I really admire Dio for his, like, forever youth, or whatever, like, his
it's just that he's
eternal youth.
aging. It's because, like,
It's that he's aging, but it's so funny because every time someone like Dio went for immortality at a very young age, and then as far as we know, like died pretty young. This guy, however, it does make sense that he went for it because he was old, and this is actually, well, I mean, it still might. I still have a feeling it might not extend his life for all that long as he's hoping.
Is that that's your prediction? That's your plan?
That's my plan. However, also that statue in there, creepy as hell.
Yeah, Straits just kills all those guys around the mask.
I know, I'm thinking like...
And they said that they found amino acids and a faint pulse and body heat coming from they tested the
the
statue.
So it seems to be one of those vampires, but just like in hibernation.
Supposedly.
Somehow.
Supposedly.
And also there's like a ton of masks. Why you'd ever need more than one is completely beyond me. But there's a bunch of them.
Indeed. Yeah, once again, I love the way they open this up. It feels like a movie, the way that they like pace everything and go back and forth and introduce things and then like connect the scenes by like Straits is now brings up JoJo and they're talking and then right after we introduced him, and it's so cool. Just they really know how to like structure the episode to really build your interest and get you introduced to everything. And yeah, it's one of the best strengths of the anime and the way that they tie everything together. And we got a lot of like the different palette swaps visually and and poses. We got a fair amount of poses, always awesome, super stylish and cool. And the dramatic cuts and sound effects, the and all those noises when things like cut on close-ups of people's faces and shit. So classic, so extra, awesome. And I'm ready to get on to the next one if you are.
Yeah.
Alrighty, hope you guys enjoyed the reaction. Check us out on Patreon if you want to get a week ahead and get the uncut for this reaction and all previous JoJo ones and all ones to come. And for other series as well. And a bunch of other exclusive things. Patreon.com/Boldcast. Link is in the description. We also hope you leave a like if you like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And subscribe to stay tuned for the next one. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.